This new patch confuses me, man. I put up a poll the day it came out asking what you guys thought about it. 56% of you said it was good, only 5% said it was bad, 23% said it was okay, and 16% said, we need Master League 11v11, etc. That, that was a pretty, positive response because if you remember a week before the patch came out, everyone was very unhappy with the game. The star rating on the App Store went down to like I don't know, like 3 star, or maybe it was 1 star. I mean, everyone was giving it 1 star. So to see that only 5% of people thought it was bad, that was very surprising. And based off the patch notes, it did look good. But the last few days I've been playing, I don't know, man. Don't think I've been enjoying it. But I have been at times, and that's not a good sign. Where I'd rather not enjoy a game than enjoy it sometimes and not enjoy it other times. Like when I recorded the footage for the Martinelli review, I had a lot of fun. He was playing amazing, and that was good fun. But then when I went into divisions, after I was struggling, and I couldn't figure out a tactic. Like the new manager boosts, it's a boost to Pep and Klopp. So possession, game, and quick counter. So maybe Konami are trying to get us to play those tactics. So most people I've been playing against have been using Zeitzler. So I've been playing against a lot of quick counters. But the changes to Pep, the boost, and then they said somewhere in the patch notes that there was improvements to possession play style, and also the fact that they remade Classic 10 made me think the game is moving towards benefiting possession. And I've used possession for months now. If anyone's been watching my stream since the start, you'd know that I pretty much only use possession. I got top 100 twice with possession, and I used possession in the European games in Poland during the summer. Like I think I might have been the only person there using possession, and my opponents were kind of impressed with how I was playing. So with the changes to possession, I was kind of expected me to come into my kind of prime, but I've been playing for a few days now and struggling with quick counter and possession. And then today it got to the point where I switched to long ball counter and to use the meta formation, and that was the easiest games I had. And that doesn't, if it was a week ago, if I switched to long ball counter meta, I would play worse. It's not how I like to play. It doesn't suit my play style. I can still be effective, but it's not actually my the meta for me. But I switched to it today for a few games, and it worked really well. And then I have a kind of variation to the tactic, to the traditional long ball counter meta, that I want to make a video on, assuming it is good. So I'm going to give it testing. So if you guys are struggling with a formation too, let me know, and then I can probably test that formation a bit more and post it. But yeah, no, like I'm just I like another thing is every time I'm in stream, people are saying like, "Oh, what do you think this patch? I think dribbling is worse," and I just disagree. Like everything people are saying, I'm finding the opposite of, and I don't know if it's just me or if it's inconsistency in the game or what. Like, I don't think dribbling has been worse. I've been keeping my eye on the eFootball Reddit, and a few people on there have been saying it. Now the comments are usually disagreeing, saying dribbling's still fine. I think I agree with that. Um, but I don't know. I think it's just the interceptions. Like I think the I was watching eFootball Universe on the day the update came out, and he was kind of laughing at a game because the ball went back and forth about 20 times in about 40 seconds. Like it was just one person would play a ball up the pitch, get intercepted, then they'd play another one, and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I at the time I hadn't played the patch myself yet, so I didn't know if it was just that specific match or the game. And to be honest, I didn't really notice it immediately, but especially today and yesterday, I've been noticing it seems like AI defending has become way too strong, in the sense that like I'm even noticing it for my own interceptions. Most people when they complain about the game, they complain about their opponent intercepting the ball. But like I'm even complaining like why is my player intercepted that pass? I didn't tell him to do that. And obviously it's helping me, but it's kind of, I don't know if it's good for the game. So that's why I was talking to Gianni, and he said it to me that it's not I'm looking for a tactic. That's why I haven't uploaded the video, because I've been waiting to give my thoughts on this patch until I had a tactic I was comfortable with, and then I can give my ideas. But he kind of alluded that it's not the tactic, it's the patch. The patch is in a state where AI defending is so strong, and that it doesn't matter what tactic you use, most of your runs are going to get marked. So maybe that's the case. I've tried a few different possession tactics. I didn't really get any of them to work. I One thing about the possession though is quick counter is the counter to possession. I'll be making another video on that, talking about the different playstyles. But if most people are using Zeitler now for quick counter, so if you're using possession, that should be the counter. So that's why I've actually decided to switch into long ball counter, and I actually had the most success I've had. So I played 3 event games, won the first one, I don't know, 7-0, he rage quit, won the second one 10-0. But I couldn't count those games as like, is this tactic working, because, you know, they were very low rated players. But then I played another game after, won that 6-3 I think, and then I went into divisions on a possession tactic, and I think in the last 5 games I had drawn 3 and lost 2, so nothing was working. And then I switched into long ball counter, and I think I won 4 out of 5. So I do think long ball counter is the meta now, and like, it's always been the meta, but if I'm saying it's the meta, you know it's serious, because I don't really care about my rank at this point. I've already finished top 100, like I said. Like, I don't have any interest in grinding the leaderboard. I just want to play good football. But with the way AI defending is at the moment, it's very hard for me personally anyway to create chances under possession. Possession is my favorite way to play though, so if any of you guys have a possession tactic that you like, if you could send it on to me and I could try it, I'd appreciate it. But I have tried like a lot of different tactics. I've probably tried about, I'd say, 7 different formations in possession. You know, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 3-4-3. I've tried a lot. So, you know, if you do have something that's been working for you, let me know. But I don't know. I think it might be just a patch. But it's not all doom and gloom. Like, I do think the patch overall is good. I think there's a lot of new animations. Like, there's seriously a lot of new animations, and that's very good. Usually you would expect that to happen, you know, when the yearly release happens, but they've actually done it here, so that's actually good to see. I do like the changes to Classic 10. I think they're very active now. I prefer the old Classic 10 SS, but I do think the new one is probably better AI. I thought the old Classic 10 SS had a very specific use that I liked, but I think the new one's a bit more they're a bit more like better for general use. I do like the change where now if you intercept the ball, your ball control isn't important to how quickly you have the ball after intercepting. Now it's the I think it's the tackling stat. So, like, you know, you might intercept the ball now with I did one earlier actually with Costa Curta, and he had a perfect first touch. So that's good. It makes defensive minded players a bit better, because there was kind of, I was using orchestrators as my DMFs in possession. I was using Perlo and Xavi pretty much as my DMFs. So you know, maybe I should have to have more defensive minded players in my team. What else? I do think the position trainers is good, but the implementation's bad. There's too many. The first 3 days we got position trainers. I got duplicates for the first 3 days. Since then I've had better luck, but I don't think you should be able to get duplicates, considering the fact that you can get positions that they can't even play at all. And then secondly, if you want to get a fit position fully proficient on a new position, like let's say Romario, he can only play centre forward and half SS. If I want him to be fully proficient at left wing, I have to get 2 left wing position cards on him. I can't just use one. Because he's half proficient in SS, I can put 1 on and get lucky and get that fully proficient. But that means that after that, I can only get a position half proficient. So I don't think the implementation of the position trainers is great. It is a better system overall. In terms of, they said heading was improved. I haven't noticed it. I don't even know. The only headers I've scored have been top ins. I haven't scored any proper headers. Sorry, not that I do crosses very often, but they are a part of my game. Like, it's not like I don't do crosses. Um, Anything else? I don't know. I think it's just generally AI. The general AI defending is too strong. I can't like pinpoint something specific because, like I said, it was inconsistent. Some days I was playing really well, and then some games I just couldn't create anything. And I don't know. I have been playing a mix of kind of opponents because I was on events and divisions, so I was high rated in divisions. So, but to be honest, the games against the top players were actually more fun, and I think it's because top players are more likely to switch into different defenders more often, and it becomes more of a chess game where you're looking at what your opponent is thinking and you're trying to fake them out. Whereas when you play against a lower rated player, they're kind of more static in defense and they don't make as many adjustments, and it feels like you're just playing against the AI more. And then if the AI's been buffed, it's more frustrating because they're intercepting everything. But it's funny because the day the patch came out, I talked to Johnny before I played it. He said it was good, and then we made a joke that come Monday, everything would, everyone would hate it again, and it looks like that might have happened. But let me know in the comments.